Yeah.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Neil, and we are doing a podcast today called Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're covering two movies, but for the first time in years, decades, millennial. Me and Chris are actually in the same room. That's why we're not live on the video camera right now, because we're naked touching each other.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did it for the live one for Tenet.
Oh, yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was the first time we went to the theater.
And yeah, we're back on these nice new mics, too.
It's a beautiful mic. I feel like I'm going to give head to it later. It's like when you look at a beautiful man in the eyes and you're like, I wasn't gay until the moment I looked into his eyes.
I was thinking the same thing when I saw the guy who served us at...
at the restaurant? We'll talk about that restaurant in a little bit, too. So, yeah, I'm here in Kansas City with Chris down in his dungeon, known as the sex dungeon for the Chris camp.
That's right.
Yeah, there's shackles on the wall. There's weird playthings. It's really weird. But anyway, let's talk about the two movies we're going to be discussing today. First movie coming up is we're going to be talking about the new movie Flashback, which is out on VOD, starring Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah, well, at least I did something, Gally. I mean, what have you done, huh? Aside from hide behind these walls all the time.
Let me tell you something, Greenie. You've been here 3 days, all right? I've been here 3 years.
Yeah, you've been here 3 years and you're still here, Gally. All right, so what does that tell you? Maybe you should start doing things a little differently.
That was from Maze Runner.
Yeah,
because he was the main guy in Maze Runner.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think that's what people love him from.
And I think he's the most popular person that's in this movie. I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Then there's Lisa Repo Martel.
Lisa, yeah. I mean, you didn't give me a clip for that.
Yeah, I did. I gave you a clip for her, and I gave you a clip for Hannah.
Well, we got Hannah, and then okay. Fuck, I didn't get that one for...
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. And this is why we do it separate, so that I can bitch at him from afar. I don't want to have to smack him on air, but I will. Hannah Gross is the other one.
Please stop analyzing me.
I'm not analyzing.
Run this little commentary on everything I do.
I was talking about your work. That's how we communicate, right? You talk about your job, I give my opinion.
Maybe I don't always want to hear your opinion.
You mean when I'm not in agreement with you?
Could you just be my girlfriend? Could you just listen?
You mean shut up and adore you?
That's from Mindhunter, which is a big, well-known show. It was won major awards and shit like that, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, you watch it, don't you?
I do remember watching it.
No, you don't ever watch it, ever.
Okay.
You fucking lying bastard. All right. Anyway, so then the second movie that we're doing is the number one movie at the box office for the past weekend. The one, the only, featuring Patrick Wilson.
Yeah, say what? That you killed 3 people? A Fed? You derailed a train and took the passengers hostage all because some mystery woman threatened your family?
You did this.
Doesn't look that way, does it? So why don't you put down the gun before someone you love gets hurt?
That's from The Commuter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that movie.
You forgot that he was in... Do you not like Liam Neeson movies?
What's up with Patrick Wilson in a second? Who else is in the Conjuring? The Devil?
Fair Famanga.
Fair for me, good, yeah.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Wait, are you okay? Stan, I gotta call you back. I just ran someone over. Okay. You idiot!
I don't even know what movie that was from. Yeah, to be honest, I looked it up when I did. She's known for she played Norma Bates in Bates Motel. I mean, she's in a lot of good movies, but of course the two of them are now... They're the Conjuring couple. Yeah. You all know it. So we're watching Conjuring, The Devil...
Made me do it.
We
should mention John Noble's also in
it. Yeah, John Noble! Forgot about John.
They say you vanquished the enemy almost single-handed.
They exaggerate. The victory belongs to Faramir also.
But for Faramir, the city would still be standing. Were you not entrusted to protect it?
They would have done, but our numbers were too few.
Oh, too few. You let the enemy walk in and take it on a whim.
Oh, it's the king.
Yeah, no, he was a steward. He wasn't the king.
King Steward, sorry.
The King Steward of Gondor and Lord of the Rings. And so that's where you know him from. So we're going to talk those two movies. So we're talking some weird, creepy movies today. Chris, tell them where they can find us.
Find us online at moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're also on Instagram at MTS Podcast. And we have a Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. We also have a bonfire where you can actually buy shirts with our name on it or the logo on it. And we're on all streaming platforms. So
a bunch of streaming platforms.
Yeah, most of them.
A lot of platforms streaming everywhere. Apple, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Probably on the quarter machine in the back of a porn shop.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. It could be everywhere. All right. And our sponsor for today on our side, since why not? We were just there. Why not? We just ate at Tribe River Market. Tribe River Market is a locally owned and operated scratch kitchen serving globally inspired street food. They are located at 316 Delaware Street, Kansas City, Missouri, down in the River Market. I just had, what did I have? I had chicken and flapjacks. You had a kick-ass...
a topless chicken sandwich.
And it was spicy. It was good. Oh, my wife had a breakfast. It was brunch time, people, so we got the brunchy foods. And they had some good mixed drinks there, too. I like the environment there, and to be honest, I think we've gone there the last 3 times we came back up to Kansas City.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, I had an old-fashioned. It was all good.
Yeah, and that's why Chris can't talk straight?
I'm fine.
Sure.
So, last time we spoke on mic, what happened?
You want me to remember what happened 2 weeks ago?
No, we were on mic last week.
No, we weren't. It was a week and a half ago now.
We did podcasts, though.
You did podcasts, not this past Thursday, a whole nother Thursday. It's been a total of 13 days now. We have not been, or 11 days. We haven't been on microphone.
That's fair, yeah, because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so, guys, Neil is in town because it was my birthday party last night. And he showed up.
Yeah, we got crazy, dude. We got all kinds of potato chips and side food items. And then, as a crazy people do, we sat down and watched The Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic
of Steve Zissou.
Yeah, it was great, man. It turned out. We had a great turnout of people that showed up.
Yeah, we had a good 150 people.
A good 25 people. Maybe.
It was a good 20, 25 people, and there's all people. I knew every single person that was here.
Yeah. So
which was weird.
Right, that we know so many people?
Well, I mean, people that it's to the point where we met. I've met enough of the friends that you have.
Oh, yeah.
That I know them all now.
Yeah. But yeah, it was my birthday party. We had a great time. Neil got drunk. I actually only had 1 beer, so
I did not get drunk.
Oh no,
I only had 4 beers.
Okay, that's buzzing for you.
I don't even know if I'm buzzing, man. I mean, I was all right. I think it was the bong riffs that kind of put me over.
Yeah, there was some of that happening for sure.
Yeah. Major bong riffs at the end of the night where I was like, I gotta get out. Because I was sleeping in the living room. And so at that point, I was just like, everybody get the fuck out of this room. I want to go to bed so bad. So
and we did it.
Leave.
Yeah, we did it. And then we had people, we had water problems, plumbing issues. And Neil's weekend at 9 o'clock to...
Plumbing issues is what he calls it when he wants to give someone a golden shower and they say no.
I mean, tell it to the Roto-Rooter guy.
Yeah. And then, me, I traveled from Tulsa. Friday, I was on a river, Elk River, and did a small float Saturday. But in between that, I bought a new battery on my vehicle, and that thing popped off.
Yeah, you told me.
At a Sonic. And so I'm literally asking a teenager at Sonic if they have tools in the back that I can use to try to keep a battery on my car because I had no tools in my truck yet because we just bought it recently. And I was like, oh, man, am I going to seriously be stuck at a Sonic? I guess there's worse places to be stuck at.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you could be stuck at a Trump rally.
Yeah. Or you could be stuck at a McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, you had problems with that yesterday too.
Yeah. So it was what it was. It was a very busy, fun week.
Are you ready for it to wind down?
Yeah, I'm ready. I still got to drive back to Tulsa.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
I mean, and I'm going to Lawrence as soon as I leave. As soon as we get done here, and that's going to be another hour to the trip. So it's going to be a 5-hour drive back to Tulsa.
Yeah, you'll be getting home late.
Huh?
Getting home like probably like 9 o'clock.
I know. I wanted to be home by 6 today, but that's
not going to happen.
No, and I blame you.
I mean, we could have recorded right when you woke up.
We could have recorded right when we got done with the movie last night, but you're no.
No, you said no.
You said no. You're like, I don't know. And I was like, all right, well, then I'm going to take bong riffs because you said no.
Oh, that was your decider. I guess we could do the podcast at midnight.
I don't know if the guests that were sleeping
probably would have not been cool with that.
I don't know. We could have waited till they fell asleep and came down here and done this.
Yeah, they would have really enjoyed that.
Got the microphone to see if we could catch one of them snoring.
Yeah, or they would have come in here like they hear him like, "What the fuck, Chris?"
And we would have kept that in the entire conversation because we are not above that.
But we are here in my.
We're here. We're queer. We're not going.
When's
anywhere.
the last time you recorded in this room?
I mean, it was not this color. There was not this carpet. I mean, how long ago has that all been?
I know, but the carpet. I mean, you like the new carpet?
Yeah, it's very it's very strip club.
Very corny, right?
Very strip club.
Or skating rink or movie theater.
No, strip club.
You think strip club?
Yeah, no. Doesn't look anything like anything I've seen in a movie theater before.
Fine. I mean, not even the shittiest movie theaters. The
movie theater I grew up in, though, was in like an Amish area, so the floors were wood.
Definitely arcade. Your theater?
You know what? I'd go with an arcade. Yeah, this could be arcade floor. This could be arcade floor. No, I get it. It is like movie cinema. It's got the swirlies and the dots. Like it's what you'd see in a cinema arcade. I like it.
Yeah,
it looks fun.
But it's been a while since Neil's actually recorded down here. Oh, probably over a year and a half.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's been forever.
It's been
forever.
Yeah. But you know what? I think this is a good segue. You're gonna flashback to the last time you recorded here.
Oh, we're gonna flashback. All right. I don't even remember the last time I recorded here. To be honest, there was a table. The walls were white, and there was plastic castle on the wall.
And yet we were recording on a snowball mic just between the two of us.
Yeah. We're not fancy like we are today. Today we are fancy. We are super fancy.
Yeah, we got good sound now. I have people that they're like, "What's the episode starting?" I'm like, probably episode 20 or episode 120.
Yeah. When you get up to the hundreds, that's when we start sounding good because we discovered audio equipment.
Yeah.
Even though I worked in audio equipment most of my life.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, I know. So now we're going to get into the first movie of the week, which would be the movie Flashback. Starring the one, the only, he's so sexy they made a whole series of movies after him, the Maze Runner himself, Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah, well, at least I did something, Gally. I mean, what have you done, huh? Aside from hide behind these walls all the time.
It's a good one, right?
Yep, and then, of course, we have, oh, no, it wasn't. I know exactly.
It was Micah Monroe.
It was Micah Monroe because she was from It Follows.
Hey! Keep staring at my ass, and I'll rip your throats out. Let's be clear. I'm not taking orders from you. I'm not gonna die with you geniuses.
She played Cindy in the movie.
Yeah, and that was from the Fifth Wave.
Yeah.
That was a good one. And then also the ever so talented Hannah Gross.
Please stop analyzing me.
I'm not analyzing.
You run this little commentary on everything I do.
I was talking about your work. That's how we communicate, right? You talk about your job, I give my opinion.
Maybe I don't always want to hear your opinion.
You mean when I'm not in agreement with you?
Could you just be my girlfriend? Could you just listen?
You mean shut up and adore you?
I want to play the whole clip.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And she's from Mindhunter. Yeah. She was also in Dead Wax. She was in some movie called Joker.
Oh, some
guy named Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin
Phoenix. All right, but yeah. So this movie, I guess I should give it the rundown.
Yeah. Storyline right there. Written by anonymous.
Oh, okay. Storyline's better. All right. After a chance encounter with a man forgotten from his youth, Fred literally and metaphorically journeys into his past. He slowly begins to unravel a long-hidden mystery about a missing girl, a drug called mercury, and a terrifying creature that has now followed him into adulthood.
I kind of feel like that's a bullshit storyline.
No, that's right on, dude.
I mean, the monster part?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
there was a monster through half the fucking movie.
All right, man. So it's a hour and 37 minutes. It's a sort of thriller sci-fi.
If you have epilepsy, do not fucking.
Oh yeah. I texted the other movies like, good thing I have epilepsy because there's flashes, there's all kinds of stuff in this.
And that is a very true statement by any means. This movie, it flashes. A lot of really fucky, I guess would be the word terminology. Mm-hmm. It was one of the most fucky visually done perfectly. This was a great cinematography. Whoever did cinematography on this movie knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I want to mention it's directed by Christopher McBride. He's done things like The Conspiracy,
mm-hmm.
and
it's written by him too.
Yeah, so it's just like an auteur. He's trying to do that sort of thing. And did you see The Conspiracy?
No, I did not.
I did not either. But
that's from 2012.
Yeah, so it's been a while since he's done.
Yeah, it's been like 8 years since he directed a movie. All right, and that's where we're going to talk about, because that is exactly where this movie fell flat. This movie fell flat because it seemed like it was. I understand the best way to do this without ruining it is like a guy literally sees 3 different times in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Was his childhood, his midhood, and like his adulthood, kind of all at the same time, and and it all reflects the same choice or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, they didn't do a good job about describing that.
Well, no, it was very disjointed. I thought the script didn't flow very well.
Yeah,
I thought the pacing was off, and it didn't do it for me.
I think this movie was good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the cinematography is fucking crazy shit, but I think they were trying for more of a surprise ending. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to give it that twist.
It sort of fizzled out though, right?
And the thing is, I don't think they needed it. I think it would have been just perfectly fine. You just keep telling the story straightforward.
I was not moved by this movie. I was upset plenty of times.
Yeah.
I didn't fall asleep or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, but the movie itself, it had the issues with it like the whole time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a bad movie by any means, but it's definitely not something I'm going to recommend to people.
No, I definitely. I would. I'd recommend it. It was like, hey, do you want to see a movie with a bunch of weird, flashy stuff that's gonna mess your world up all day long? What are you looking at?
My dog ran past. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and close these curtains.
Close your curtains, Chris.
Yeah, sorry.
Stop trying to look in the neighbor's house and watch him undress.
Yeah, I forgot to mention the Neil's now in what became the studio after he moved to Tulsa. So we have these curtains. We're making it like 6 foot by 7 foot place. Not even 6 foot, right?
I don't know. You're the one that says stuff.
Yeah, all right. Speaking of acting's fine. Dylan O'Brien's fine. He's always he's there.
Yeah, and to be very honest, the person who played what was her name?
Karen.
Cindy.
Oh, Cindy Micah?
Yeah, Micah Moreau. That character, because she went through 4 different versions of that character.
No, you're thinking of Hannah.
No, I'm thinking of Mika.
Okay, yeah, you are. You are. Do you think that they gave the name of Karen to a different actor because they wanted her to be a Karen?
I don't know.
Because Hannah Gross played Karen. Who was
but she wasn't really a Karen, you know what I'm saying? She was really nice.
Just not who he wanted.
Yeah, instead he wanted a druggy out whore. It is what it is.
Micah. This also has Lisa Rappel Martel as Dylan's or Fred's mother.
Yes.
Yeah. It's got Amanda Brugel as Evelyn. It's got a few people that I recognize. Like Mary Cohen, who played Sebastian.
Yeah, and there are people that you'll probably know their faces. You've seen them before or something like that. But the main characters are the 3, the 2 girls and the guy, and his world. And at some point, you think he's like at some point you think he's like almost schizophrenic. You almost think he's like completely psychotic, and this is all just a dream. And then there's times you're like, okay, what is that? What are we talking about? Like, it gets kind of confusing in some points, but by the end of it, they kind of give you a good explanation.
Yeah, kind of. Like I said, I had issues with the movie the whole time. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I think the guy who played Sebastian Henry Cohen, he was probably my favorite character in the whole movie, the drug dealer.
Yeah?
yeah, he was my favorite person in the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah, he had that voice that you expect him to have.
Well, I mean, you're really good friends with a lot of drug dealers, so I mean,
am I?
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying, Chris likes hanging out with drug dealers. A lot of them. Don't tell that to the FBI or the CIA or anything or ATF.
I'm trying to figure out who I know who's actually dealing drugs. I mean, I know someone who's...
You're doing drugs right now, dude. You got alcohol in your hand.
Okay, so, all right.
But
yeah, we don't have that drop on here.
Yeah.
Well.
I got this one.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What about this one? Oh, no. What's this button? Oh, we got another one.
Yeah, well, at least
No, what's this one? Oh, there's... Chris fucked up. Yes, Chris got fucked up. It was a good night. We got fucked up. There we go.
I think now you understand why I love the buttons so much.
I know about the buttons. I work in radio.
All right. Do you got quotes on this one? Oh no, hold on. Let's go through really quick. It was, to me, it was disjointed. It was very flashy.
Yeah.
I mean, there were times when I felt very, very.
Wait a minute. The movie Flashback was flashy?
Can we talk about the name for this movie?
Yeah, the name for this movie, there's like 20 different movies that have this name, Flashback. It was hard to find information on it. And literally, the original name, and it even says it here on the IMDb, was The Education of Frederick Fitzel, and I think they should have stayed with that.
100%, because Flashback it's such a generic movie name.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and everybody knows the best Flashback movie.
It's just...
Right?
Yeah.
What's the best Flashback movie?
Actually, is it that? I'm thinking of the 80s movie, right?
Yeah.
And we're thinking of Patrick Swayze?
No.
Am I being close?
Close.
Tell me.
It's Kiefer Sutherland and Dennis Hopper.
That's right. And
Dennis Hopper was a radical hippie, and Kiefer Sutherland was the straight-laced, Ronald Reagan-loving FBI agent.
Yeah, douche nozzle.
Yeah.
But no, so they could have gone with a different name.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of things in this movie that, I mean, not a lot. I'm sorry. There's a few things in this movie that if they just tweaked it and did that correctly, this movie could have easily been $100 million at the box office.
Yeah, and this was released, I think, only in select theaters and on VOD.
On VOD.
Yeah.
Yep. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
Let's get some...
$6 to rent, so it's not like...
Yeah. Let's see. Here's some quotes from the movie Flashback. I don't think things are going back the way they were. Obey, prison, system, language. Obey, prison, system, language. That was the time that awful drug went around the school. Do you remember what it was called? Ah.
It was called Mercury, by the way.
Yeah, talking Mercury, yeah.
And then they called it Merc, which is a really cool nickname for a drug.
Talking, moving, looking, zero. If you don't know, you don't know probably because you didn't see the movie yet. But that is what they do in the movie at certain points, and it's really weird. You know, janitors have to get high too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do. There's so much to explore if you don't succumb to the pleasure of fear. Ooh, I really like that line. That was a good line. I don't want to be like them. Locked in a prison they don't even know they are in. What's going to happen to me? Dude, it's already happening. I'm still here. You will always be here. Ooh. All right. What'd you give it, Chris?
My score on this is a 3.1, 3.2.
3.1.
Mm-hmm. I had issues with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go a little higher because I love the cinematography of this movie. To be very honest,
See, that's one of the things I didn't find too appealing about it.
Really, I love the epilepsy freaking stuff, man. It made me happy. I was like, oh my god, I'm already stoned, but I feel like I'm on some better drugs than stoned. So I'm gonna give it a 3.3, and it's just literally because of cinematography and the acting. Like that was the thing that saved this movie. It just seemed like the director kind of had an idea, but when it came to the editing room, he just lost it.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it. It's just a movie. it's Flashback. It's
a movie.
Yeah,
we watched it.
I think it's Canadian too.
You're Canadian.
All right. Well, what do you think the audience score is on this one is?
I think the audience score is going to be. I'm not looking at your screen, Chris. I'm looking at my screen because I'm trying to set up the next segment, Chris.
Okay.
You don't need to block it, Chris.
All right.
Even though I'm in the same room, Chris. All
right. What do you think the audience gave this?
Chris. Anyway, the audience had to give this a 42.
69%. By that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, higher than I thought.
What is the critic score?
51.
Close. 52.
Oh, it's off by one? Damn.
There is no critic consensus on this one, Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, there's a movie.
It was a movie we barely knew was coming out. There's no, there's nothing, I mean, and I would have noticed people saying it's either boring or not, you know?
Right.
There's a reason to watch. I think it's compelling.
Yeah, it's compelling. It's fucked up, and it's got some good stories in it. And if you know anybody that did a lot of drugs and ditched your family, you'll probably get along with this movie.
Yeah, and the acting wasn't atrocious, but the story itself, the script just needed a bit more tweaking. Maybe I think it's one of those movies that's too smart for its own good, but not quite. Like it thinks it's smarter than it is too.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Okay.
I'll go with that one.
But I think we're at a time where it's a good time to do news, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and press the button, pal. You don't want to do it?
The dog told me not to, if you didn't hear that. This is Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do News. This is Neil bringing you all the information. I'm going to read stuff to Chris, and hopefully he hasn't heard it all week. All you got to do is hit the button again.
Oh, yeah.
It stops.
What news you got for me, pal?
Your face. Mm-hmm. It's in front of me.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all the news I got.
All right, we'll see you guys.
All right. John Wick 4.
Finally.
Has added a new member to its cast.
Who is it this time?
Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Bill Skarsgård.
I don't know what the hell he's doing. They're not saying anything about it, of course.
Why would they?
In a mystery role. So, I mean, hey, man, I'm hearing a lot of good things about John Wick 4 already.
Well, I mean, the one good thing we hear is that Keanu Reeves is back. So, like...
Yeah, I mean, if you can't have John Wick without Keanu Reeves, it's like having Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård is killing it, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's only 30 years old.
You're only 3 years old.
I'm 35. As of Wednesday.
Yeah, you're until Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right. So, the best all-star comic book movie coming out soon is the DC's Super Pets.
Super Pets?
Super Pets.
Okay, what the fuck?
The cast includes Dwayne Johnson as Crypto, which is Superman's dog. Kevin Hart as Ace, which is Batman's dog. Also in this movie, Kate McKinnon.
Mm-hmm. Kate McKinnon.
John Krasinski.
Krasinski?
Yep.
Okay.
Vanessa Bayer.
Mm-hmm.
Natasha Lyonne. Dakota Looney. And, whoa, Keanu Reeves, man.
I don't know how I feel about this movie, man. Like, cause it's obviously all voices, probably. Right?
Yeah, it's all voice acting. And they've already released like a little spigot and stuff like that.
Is it a kids movie?
Who knows, man? I'm going to watch it. How can you not watch it with all that?
I mean, look at Louis, because it's based off the Legion of Super Pets, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
It'll be funny, I'm guessing.
Did you read the comic books based on this?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, by no means. And we have to be honest, man. DC has a pretty awful, track record recently.
No, animated movies is not.
Oh, we said
animated movies are completely different than fucking real movies. There,
this is CGI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
All right. Do you know who Danny Elfman is?
I know who Danny Elfman is.
Who is he?
He's a composer.
One of the best ones in movie cinemas.
Yeah.
Like John Williams level.
Did you listen to that WTF he was on?
The what? No, I didn't. But I'll go take a listen. Danny Elfman reveals where he wrote the Michael Keaton Batman theme at.
I think we revealed this on WTF Pod.
He was running to the bathroom
in the airplane.
Yes. So, it is on. Yeah. In an interview with Mark Maron on the WTF podcast, he said, I started running into the bathroom and hum phrases. And I go back to my seat and I'm thinking 10 minutes later, back in the bathroom, and then back to my seat, and then back to the bathroom because I couldn't do this with the guy sitting next to me. So he wrote the theme to Batman in the bathroom.
Yeah, they thought he was like really sick or doing coke in there. That's what they thought Danny Elfman was doing.
Makes sense because, sympathy people, that's what they do. A lot of drugs.
Yeah, he's the type of person that says that he had to write it down or he knew he'd forget it.
Yeah, and that is just, what do you do with that?
That's hearing that shit in your head's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, do you know the actor Teneko Herdia?
Show me the name. I do not know her.
Him.
He
is a famous Mexican actor. He has been Spectre. He's been to Get the Gringo. Been in a lot of good movies that are based in. But the reason we're bringing up his name is we finally get the last Avenger. The one they haven't put in a single goddamn thing since the whole MCU has happened. One of the most popular Avengers of all time. And we finally get him.
Who is it?
Namor.
Namor?
Yes.
I don't know who Namor is.
Who are you? Do you not know? Do you not know who your people are? Do you not know the level of nerdyism that you just?
Well,
dude, I'm just gonna pull up a picture. Seriously, you don't know him?
You can't. He's super muscly, and I don't know him. I'm sorry.
It's who Aquaman's based off of.
Okay, well, I definitely.
He was one of the first Avengers.
What did Aquaman come before him though?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Why would I ask that question? So he's gonna be in what? Is it own movie?
The new Black Panther.
Okay.
Black Panther Part 2. He will be in it.
You call that the fridge man? Okay.
Gosh dang it! Will you stop? He keeps interrupting me over dumb shit, and I'm gonna have to punch him. It's gonna be weird. All right. Carey Mulligan.
Yeah. Sure.
And Zoe Kazan.
Oh, both of them.
Love them, right?
Yeah, both.
No, right? Great. Are to star in the new Harvey Weinstein investigation movie.
Do they have a name for this?
At this time it's called She Said, an upcoming movie about the investigation of Harvey Weinstein. For many years, Weinstein was known for one of the most powerful movie moguls in Hollywood until October 2017 when over 80 women came forward, which started the Me Too movement.
Yeah, it's a very, very. They're making a movie about it already. So, do they have their names like their cast still?
No, they haven't. They haven't revealed that yet.
Because we saw a movie kind of like that, but what's a Bombshell? Remember Bombshell?
Yeah. Bombshell, which was about Fox News.
Yeah.
Because Fox News has a bunch of guys there that like to rape women.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Fox News likes hiring men that rape women, but we all know that Fox News hires men that rape women.
It's like saying, not all Republicans rape women, but
all people that rape women are Republicans. No, don't do that.
I don't know. That's true.
Yeah, don't go that far, bro. Let's back that up. Yeah. Back it up. Shake your thing. Tell me what you got.
What else you got going?
All right, so the next thing. We have all 15 live action movies that are coming from Disney based off of their animated universe.
So we just saw
Cruella, right?
So what's the next one?
Little Mermaid, which is wrapping up right now. They're filming it right now. There's already been stills out there. Peter Pan and Wendy. The Jungle Book sequel. The Lion King prequel.
The fuck, dude?
So following Mufasa. Yeah. Say it again.
Mufasa.
Ooh. Anyway, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Aladdin sequel. So Return of Jafar, I'm guessing. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Bambi. Hercules. Pinocchio. We know Pinocchio.
Yeah.
We know that one's in the word. The Sword in the Stone. Now that one I would like to see because I liked The Sword in the Stone as a kid.
As for the other ones, I'm big yawning for me.
Yeah, Robin Hood. Wait a minute, I'm not done. Lilo and Stitch. Aladdin spinoff of Prince Anders, which is in the live action movie. And last but not least, Cruella, the sequel.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm very unexcited about all those. I think the only one I'd be interested in seeing is the Lilo and Stitch one. Just see how they do it.
Yeah. That one would be cool. And the Sword in the Stone, just because I like fantasy movies.
It's King Arthur type thing, right? Yeah.
Oh, King Arthur, you know. Basically what all of the stuff that you had decorated in here was based off of at one point.
You mean the Red Dragon thing we had done?
Yeah, okay. So Keanu Reeves is hiring more staff for more movies.
What kind of movies and what stuff?
Christina Ricci has just been hired for The Matrix 4.
You think to recreate? Oh, okay.
Huh? Mystery role.
Yeah.
They're not telling, which is cool. I'm down with that.
They already started filming it though, right?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Madeline Klein has now been hired. She you would know her from Stranger Things, also Outer Banks on Netflix. She has been hired for Knives Out.
Oh, the sequel, right?
Yep, Knives Out, the sequel. There is a new Lord of the Rings movie announced. It is an anime prequel set 250 years before the trilogy.
So this is all based off of
the War of Rotterdam.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Where everybody fought over the One Ring. One ring to rule them. The only ring you should be wearing is a cock ring. Right? Are you ready for this one?
Sure.
This is a big one. This one made me happy in the buttocks.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Fletch is being remade.
Fletch Reborn. So
Fletch, like
I know Fletch.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah,
right?
I know Chevy Chase is in.
They hired the guy who's playing him. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
John Hamm.
Shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Shit got real. I was like, man, I don't want Fletch rebooted. And then it's like, John Hamm's playing him. Oh, I'm fucking in.
Yeah. It's one thing John Hamm knows how to do. You guys may have known this, but he's really good at comedy. He's very, very, very funny.
Yeah, he is good at the stuff he does. Like, he makes me happy, really, really happy. He makes me so happy, I want to kiss him a little bit.
Sure. Just a little bit.
Your favorite movie, its sequel has a name. So Aquaman 2 is now called The Lost Kingdom. You're such a big fan.
Yeah. And, I mean, we still got people attached to it, right? Yeah, Amber Heard's still in there, right?
Yeah, and so, I mean, it's already in the works, bro. It's already being made. All right, got two more. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, the first one I think three more actually. Stephen King's movie Christine is being remade by the writer and director of Hannibal, Brian Fuller.
Okay.
So that's cool,
yeah.
Right? I mean, because if you saw Hannibal, the TV show, that was fucking great.
Sure, Mads Mikkelsen, yeah.
All right, now the first thing is Bernie Mac biopic is in development from John Legend's production company.
That's fair, because when Bernie Mac died, there wasn't that much about it. You know, I was like, this guy had his own fucking television show.
Well, you know why?
Why?
Because a rich, snobby white boy died.
Oh, that's right. Who was it?
Heath Ledger.
Oh, that was at the same time?
Bernie Mac was up for the Oscar against him.
Well, man.
Yeah.
So, do they have any cast announced? Is it Barry Mack or anything?
No, not yet. But I mean, it's in the works. And to be honest,
I mean, how are you gonna feel? I mean, how are you gonna do that, man? Like, cause it's like such big shoes to fill.
I don't know. I mean, they are trying to mix it in with some of the old greats that he hung out with, like, you know, Cedric the Entertainer, D.I. Hughley, Steve Harvey, and, you know, mix them all in there. But
you know what? I don't think Bowie's estate's ever gonna let it happen.
What?
You know, I think David Bowie's estate's never gonna let it happen.
Why?
A biopic. I don't think they'll ever let it happen.
Of David Bowie?
Yeah.
There's already been one.
I know, but they didn't need the music from it.
Yeah, they didn't have the rights, but they went around it. Mark Maron talked about how beautiful a movie it still was. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay, shut the fuck up. You can't talk about it.
Come on.
You're a movie critic.
Chill
You can't be a critic about a movie you haven't seen.
Chill out.
You can't be a critic of something you haven't seen. All right.
Well, I mean, it's just that like when the artist's estate doesn't let you get the rights to the music, there's a reason for that.
Yeah. But anyway,
Okay.
last but not least. So I told you last week, or last time we were on, that a certain movie hired its villain, and that villain was Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
For the Toxic Avenger.
Mhm.
That fell through.
So who they got in his place?
Well, somebody that when he comes in to be the villain, he's going to cut it loose. He's going to cut it foot loose.
Are you talking about Dinklage?
No.
Who?
Dinklage. Why would I say foot loose to Dinklage?
Oh, wait, no. Kevin Bacon's going to be in it.
Kevin Bacon
Dude,
is
listen.
now hired as the villain for the Toxic Avenger.
He was such a good villain in Super. Did you see Super?
Not just Super. In X-Men First Class.
Oh, dude, he's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's so good. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, I'm excited now. I was already excited with Elijah Wood attached to it, but now he's not attached to it. Now it's just Kevin Bacon. I mean, it's Kevin Bacon.
It's Kevin Bacon.
Let's talk about a last movie. Let's hit that news thing. That was the movies that don't suck and some of them news. That's now this time when I stare deeply into Chris's eyes and talk about deep fellow thoughts. Oh, Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. Anyway.
You went all the way back to early on to SNL.
SNL, Kevin Nealon. I love that stuff.
God, man.
All right.
Speaking of a lot of the Super Pets, a lot of those people were SNL alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon, Vanessa
So
Bayer.
probably one of the writers, I'm guessing, is like an SNL alumni.
Yeah, that's about
I
it.
mean, it happens like that.
Mhm.
How dare they hire people that are good at their job?
All right, so the next movie we're doing is called The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, featuring Patrick Harris.
Who's Patrick Harris?
I have no idea. Patrick Wilson.
Say what? That you killed 3 people? A Fed? You derailed a train and took the passengers hostage all because some mystery woman threatened your family?
You did this.
Doesn't look that way, does it?
I want to mention the director of this.
Mm-hmm.
He directed The Curse of Llorona.
Oh, gosh. That was like the worst rated movie we ever watched.
It was pretty
Besides
bad.
Death Wish with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, but he may have gotten a little better. We'll see. Also written by David Leslie Johnson Goldrick, right?
Dude, I can say that name, and you can't. David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. Yes. That's a very easy name to say.
He's known for writing things like Aquaman.
Yeah. One of the greatest superhero movies of all time.
Like, it looks like 12 episodes of Walking Dead.
One of the greatest superhero movies of all time. TV show.
Okay. Conjuring 2 and Orphan. Back all the way up.
Oh, Orphan.
Yeah. Also, story by David James Wan, who's done everything to do with this movie.
But you know what?
What?
Vera Farmiga is also in this movie.
Vera Farmiga,
yeah.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
That's enough of that one. And don't forget John Noble.
They say you vanquished the enemy almost single-handed.
They exaggerate. The victory belongs to Faramir also.
But for Faramir, the city would still be standing.
Okay,
that was
fine.
good.
Fine.
I know, we like the Lord of the Rings too. All right.
Who else is in this, though?
There's so many people. Julian Hillard, there's Shannon Cook, there's Keith Arthur Baldwin, Ronnie Jean Blevins. I mean, it was a cast of cast.
Sarah Catherine Hook.
Yeah, Rory O'Connor. I mean, there's a good cast.
Yeah, Rory O'Connor played Arnie.
Huh?
Rory O'Connor.
Arnie. Anyway, let me give you the storyline from this movie, people. A chilling story of terror, murder, and unknown evil that shocked even experienced real-life paranormal investigators Ed and Lauren Warren. One of the most sensational cases from their files. It starts with a fight for the soul of a young boy, then takes them beyond anything they'd ever seen before, to mark the first time in U.S. history that a murder suspect would claim demonic possession as a defense.
So, rated R for
a lot of shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit, and
a lot of stuff.
The Conjuring is the universe itself is weird because they take these. With how they're able to hook the people that aren't usually in the horror is they sew that religion element to it.
Mm-hmm.
Ed and Lauren Warren being devout Catholics, right? They're Catholics.
I believe so, yeah.
And that's always been a sticking point for me in this movie, like sort of like because the first Conjuring, I'm not giving anything away, but the first two Conjuring movies are like Jesus comes to save the day, right?
Something like that, yeah, or some kind of religion. But the thing is, I watch a lot of. Like, me and my wife, we watch a lot of those TV shows, like the Discovery Plus,
yeah.
The Haunting,
Paranormal State,
Paranormal Activity, all these different
ghost hunting shows.
Not ghost hunting shows, no. None of that dumb bullshit. Okay. No, none of that made up preppy guy in a
hey there, demons, meet your boys.
yeah. Where he's like, I ain't scared of you. No, not that bullcrap. But the actual tells the stories of all this.
Okay.
And the thing is that I've noticed in all of them, it is a religious thing that always gets rid of the ghosts. Now, I'm not saying religious as Christian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying religious as in religions. Like we're talking Native American stuff gets rid of them sometimes. Sometimes it's like some Alaskan tribe.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is an Egyptian thing. Sometimes a satanic thing one time got rid of this thing. So it's like, I think it's just what people put their faith in trying to get rid of an energy.
Yeah, and I think that draws a lot of people to the theater because if they really believe that stuff, it's going to fuck with them. Now I'm saying this movie, I watched it downstairs, lights off, basement sort of thing. So,
yeah. We totally had all the lights off. It was,
because it's the Conjuring movies, they're fun.
Yeah.
Like,
to be very honest, this is the horror movie franchise right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Conjuring.
The rest of them that have like one or two sequels, but how many sequels do they have? They have like 6 now, right?
Yeah, in the Conjuring universe, at the very least, like The Nun,
The Nun, Annabella Reborn, or Come to Life, Creation or whatever.
And
then The Curse of Loriana, which is like one of the worst movies of all time.
Damn.
But it's bad, but it's still a horror movie.
We had so
and
much
then Conjuring 1, 2, and 3. So that's a total of what, 7?
Yeah, and they're all pretty scary.
Yeah, they're all pretty scary. They're pretty much like, oh shit.
No, when it comes to The Conjuring, they are not subtle with their scare. There's a bunch of jump scares in this, like which if you want to experience that, that's why you.
And they got the gross out scares too. This one had very much. The way I like to say this one, this is The Exorcist with a twist.
Okay, that's a good way to put it.
That's the way I'd say this movie because I think, and this is me just saying this.
Yeah,
I really think this is the best Conjuring.
So it's pretty different from the other two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like maybe it's because we know the characters now.
Yeah,
and we know what how they're gonna react with each other. But I think for the first time, unlike the other two, I actually felt like the Warrens were in trouble. I actually felt like, are they going to die in this? Because I feel like they're going to die in this movie. And maybe that's a spoiler.
So I did some research on this case after it. So when you guys
because they have the video and all that at the end.
Yeah, but a lot of it's not accurate. A lot of it, which is fair. I mean, whatever.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's based off of something in reality.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it is a horror franchise.
Yeah.
But it's. Do you think that would be the case? Like, for example, I was talking to my brother about this, who watched it with me, And I was like, are there people out there watching wearing a Conjuring 3 T-shirt? like you know, like who's walking around with a Conjuring 2 or a Conjuring 3 T-shirt? You know what I mean?
would.
Would you though?
Yeah.
I would like a reference, like if you had a picture of like a witch's totem on it. I'd be into that, but I don't think anyone's out there watching wearing a Conjuring 3 T-shirt.
You don't think people are watching Conjuring 3?
I don't think it's a.
You don't think they're going to wear T-shirts like Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees and stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't think there's
Annabella. Is all I'm going to say.
There's Annabelle shirts out there.
There's Annabella shirts and there's nun shirts. I've seen them.
What did you think of the nun? We talked about it a little bit.
It was all right.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't the best in the world. I mean, by any means, this is the way I'm going to say this. This is a horror cinematic universe at this point. It is. And just like, you know, how Chris doesn't like certain movies in the MCU, like which one? You didn't like Black Panther.
No, I like
you didn't
Black
like
Panther.
Thor. You didn't like.
Dude, I liked them all.
No, you didn't. You didn't like some of them.
I didn't like Aquaman.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's DCU. Yeah. But that's okay. DCU's fucked. All right. And so, like, this movie takes you on a roller coaster of a ride. It literally has some twists in it. The bad people, you don't really understand who they're going to be or where they're going to be.
What I thought was really interesting compared to the other Conjuring movies is the investigation element. Like this like
actually felt like they're investigating.
Yeah. And the other ones, like they were sort of like at the house just waiting, you know, with all the shit there. But like here, they actually had investigation going on, and that's different. It's kind of like a mystery horror, you know what I mean? Like in that aspect.
I think this one was. I'm serious. I really think this is the best Conjuring out of all of them.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Well, okay, I have a special one with the first one.
Yeah,
first one.
I get it.
The first one scared the living bejesus out of me.
I get it. Like with Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one scared the living shit out of me. But to this day, I think the best Nightmare on Elm Street is number 3.
Oh, Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Welcome to Primetime, bitch.
It's all because of Dawkins.
Oh, you think Dawkins?
It's the Dream Warriors.
So I got a question for you. What would be a good band to do this thing for this?
This would be done correctly by Ghost.
You think Ghost? No,
how could you not?
I mean,
listen to how Ghost does song. Rats. Da, 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 da. Look, that song even goes with this movie. There's a whole scene about rats.
So here's the thing, man. My brother, he cannot stand Ghost.
That sucks.
And the reason
that sucks that he doesn't like good music.
I mean, the reason why he can't stand Ghost is because they appropriate black metal imagery, and he listens to black metal, and Ghost are far from. I have no issues on Ghost. I think that kind of, you know, whatever. But Ghost have been good. I agree with you. Yeah, man, it's kind of hard to think because I don't hear Ghost on the radio. Do you?
Yes, I do, because they actually play Ghost in the area I live.
I forgot that. Yeah.
Guess what? The two of the top bands I hear all the time on radio.
What's that?
Ghost and Tool.
Tool sounds like a real Oklahoma thing.
Don't make fun of Tool.
I'm not making fun of Tool.
Don't make fucking fun.
I'm not making fun of Tool.
I will come over there and kill you. I will on air. I will kill you right now on this podcast. They can use this as evidence, and I will laugh the whole way to the jail cell.
No, listen. I have no issues with Tool.
Mm-hmm.
We saw them live. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember every time I seen Tool, man. Okay, all 57 times.
Maynard, he's hard to like.
He's beautiful.
It's hard to see his face. Like the only reason I know what Maynard looks like in person
is because of pictures online.
Well, because of the documentary did about wine.
Blood and Wine or someone. Yeah, but anyway, we're not going to go into that. But yeah, Tool is amazing, and I'm sorry you didn't see him in the '90s and early 2000s when Maynard still liked being in the front of the band. He doesn't like doing that anymore.
No, it's like facing away and stuff.
Yeah, he's got a different perspective in life.
A lot of people really like that new Tool record.
Huh?
A lot of people really like that new Tool record.
Oh, the one that came out 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago. Well, they wait like 8 years between records, man.
It's 10.
10 years between records. Yeah. I'm sure every year.
But he released only 6 other albums between that. Lucifer and Perfect Circle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, anyway. I don't know why we're going down. We're this ain't the music podcast. This is the movie podcast. Back to Conjuring. All right, so a lot of good jump scares. This was a really good possession movie. And then on top of it, I think just the actors.
There was gore too, man. There's gore if you want.
Yeah, there's gore too, yeah. But it wasn't just like, because now Patrick Wilson and Vera obviously know how to play off of each other. So, it wasn't just them, but like the cast around them.
Yeah, Arnie. You got to play Arnie.
They knew how to play off of each other so well.
Yeah, and I get the So one of the things I like about satanic stuff is usually the woman involved is usually like gorgeous. Like this girl was not gorgeous. They got
She was hot, dude. What are you talking about?
I mean, they made her look like I'm saying it's nicest way possible about the actor I'm about to talk about.
She looks like a female alfalfa from the Little Rascals, but taller, skinnier, and had like the dress from Wednesday Addams.
I was thinking like Tilda Swinton.
What?
I was thinking like kind of like Tilda Swinton.
Oh yeah, Tilda Swinton. See exactly what I just said.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's the same thing.
I like Tilda Swinton quite a bit. If you she's in one of the best vampire movies ever made. Only Lovers Left Alive. One of the best. But yeah, I mean,
maybe that's what they wanted, and they just got someone, they could as close as possible.
What do you think about Patrick Wilson? Like for the first, I've seen him in everything. He's one of my favorite movies. Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah.
But it's only this movie where I actually took him seriously.
Really? You didn't take him serious in Aquaman?
Well, he's just the whitest guy on the planet. If I think of someone name a white guy.
You didn't take him serious as Ocean Master versus Aquaman?
No, man. I took him seriously as...
What about Midway? You didn't take him serious when he was dying?
I hear you go trying to make me feel bad about taking Patrick Wilson as a serious actor, but...
You didn't like him in Angels in America?
I didn't even see Angels in America.
Me neither. He's in Phantom of the Opera. Hard Candy. Oh my gosh. With him and Elliot Page?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I forgot it. Dude, that's still a great movie.
That is a great movie. I want to go watch that now. That freaking
You want me to pause it?
Did you ever so you didn't take him serious as the Night Owl?
No.
You didn't like Watchmen?
I like Watchmen quite a bit.
He was in Watchmen, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
No, he was in Watchmen.
Okay.
Yeah, there he is. Okay. I was like, dude, I am really not seeing it on his IMDb. And I was like, no, he was Night Owl. I know he was because he had that really great sex scene with Spectre. That was like, I was just like, all right, I wasn't into superheroes fucking, but now all of a sudden I'm into superheroes fucking.
I want to say something really quick.
What?
So that sex scene with Spectre she's hot.
Yeah. It's all hot.
Yeah. So my wife was watching it with her dad. That the Watchmen, that scene came up, and after as soon as it was just he looked over at me and he goes, "Hey, that kind of looks like you."
I dated a girl at one time. Showed up in a Spectre outfit, and I kicked her out of my house.
But this movie's scary. It's knows what it is now, so we're gonna get. I could easily see 100 more of these, really.
Yeah.
And I know that the case files.
I mean, because he's still working on the new Insidious as well, right?
Yeah, man.
And he's in Aquaman, Lost Moon, Patrick Furious, but I mean, these could keep going and going. If they're gonna get better and better, like they're getting, good. Make 105 of them.
I wish the Warren House was still open for seeing the basement because they closed the museum.
Ooh. Yeah. Anyway,
but okay, do you just want to quotes and no score?
Yeah, I thought you were having a thought. I was trying to interrupt you. I'm
sorry. So yeah, I wish the Warren House was closed.
Yeah,
10 years ago, before the Conjuring came out. I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that would be a really cool place to go see. I think I want to see the Annabelle. I want to see Annabelle. I want to see all that shit.
Yeah,
I want to see that totem. I want to see everything.
I want to get lathered up in lotion and rub it all.
And I remember us both really liking Annabelle Comes Home. We both really liked that.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, let's see. I only got a few quotes because I didn't want to ruin the movie. So, being brave doesn't mean you're not scared. Hey, the mummy lives. I could go back to the house, but my home is here with him. Oh. Mm-hmm. Turn it down. I'm testing out his work. I think I hurt somebody. The court accepts the insistence of God every time a witness swears to them the truth. It's about time they believe in the existence of the devil as well.
That was a great line.
It's such a great line. I know it was in the trailer, but I had to fucking write it down.
Yeah, it's a great line.
I had to. Be careful. Just hold my purse. the committed acts of blasphemy that have never been talked about. These devil worshippers are just people. Crazy, evil, but people. Just being people.
Real quick. When they mention devil worshippers and satanic people, this was in the 80s.
Yeah.
And satanic panic was at its height.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that it was all...
And Satan worshippers, or satanic people of the Church of Satan don't even believe in Satan.
Yeah, there are very few deists who believe in Satan.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing, that's all they care about?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No. I met Elvis once. Was that before or after he died?
I laughed pretty hard at that.
Before and after.
I laughed even hard at that.
Yep. She knows who we are. Oh, wait a minute. No. That's wrong. We must be careful how our obsessions are passed to our children. Our love is not our weakness, but our strength.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So, my score on this, 3.7, 3.8. I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.9. Because, actually, no, I'm going to give this a 4. I'm going to give this a 4 even, because you know what? I really think this was the best Conjuring. I think they figured out the flow finally.
So, are you saying it's like Fast and Furious? It took them a few movies to figure it out?
Fast and the Furious, they had it on the first one, and they fucked it up the rest of the 9.
Well, no, listen, I know we have to see Fast 9 that's coming out, or Furious 9. Which one is the F9?
Whatever.
I have not seen any but the first 2.
So, Chris, you want to come down next weekend, and we just have a Fast and the Furious?
God, I have to. No, I have to get through them so I can watch Fast 9 and enjoy myself. I would probably enjoy it.
All right. And the thing is, you don't need to watch all 9 of them. You have to watch all 10 of them, because we
watched Hobbs and Shaw together though.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw, but I believe Tokyo Drift
Does that count as part
is
of it?
part of this one.
I know this.
Yeah. So the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift that has nobody.
Vin Diesel shows it for a second, right?
Let's see. Here we go. This is what we got. Okay. We got.
Well, hold on, dude. Let's give the score from Rotten Tomatoes. Right?
Okay, yeah. Let's do the rest of this movie, and then we'll talk. Is Fast and the Furious next week?
No, it's coming out though. Really cool.
What's this week coming up?
One is In the Heights.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it here in a minute. Let's finish this movie again.
Okay. So.
All right. I'm gonna. Yeah, I gave it a 4. You gave it a 3.9. So or 3.8. It has to be 85.
84%.
84. One off. Yeah.
The audience consensus is. It may not contain many surprises for fans of the franchise, but this sequel more than makes up for it with another scary tense adventure for the ghost-busting Warrens. Okay.
Ooh.
Now, the critic score on this one.
91.
57%.
Damn! I went the other direction. I was like, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it go down.
Critic consensus is, and make sure you're talking to the mic, dude. The Devil Made Me Do It represents...
Did you just tell me how to talk?
Well, you talked away from the mic, man.
I talk away from the mic because I talk loud. It still records it. Look at how high my levels are.
I know you brought your levels down a bit.
Anyway.
Okay. Devil Made Me Do It represents a come down from the core Conjuring films.
Mm-hmm.
Although Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson keep the audience invested. And when they say it represents a come down, it means they're investigating. So they do. I enjoyed this movie just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's time for us to talk about what we're going to see next week.
Yes. And is Fast and the Furious one of them?
I don't think so.
So do we even know it's at the movie theater next week?
In the Heights is one we're watching.
Who said that?
I did.
Why?
Because it's 2.5 hours movies the 2.5 hour movie that I promised our wife we'd watch together.
Why do you just force me to watch whatever movie you want to watch?
Dude, this is one of the biggest movies of the summer.
I don't know if it is.
In the Heights,
never even heard about it until now, this moment.
Did we talk about it last week? I'm pretty sure we did.
No, I guess without Hobbs and Shaw,
yeah,
it is just the 9 Fast and the Furious films.
Well,
but I mean, there's 10 and 11 coming out too.
I thought this was the final one.
No, they're going to do 2 more, and that's the end. They're doing 11, I think, altogether.
I do remember liking Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, I did like Hobbs and Shaw and Hobbs. I mean, it's just going to get crazy action adventure the whole time.
When is that coming out? You can go with that because
I'm looking.
All right.
I can only do so much. You can edit some of this out. It
Sure,
doesn't matter.
I can.
Don't be a dick. He's being a dick, everybody. Can everybody say Chris is a dick? Thank you. I heard everybody say that.
With emails
I heard everybody
Chris
say
is
that.
A dick.
Dude, if you see Chris, just go like, "Hey, Chris, I heard you're a dick." Just go up to him and
email
say
us at moviesonsuck@gmail.com.
Yeah, or you can just like see him in person. I'll give you his address. It's 4. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do it, dude. Why would I do that? I'm not that big of a dick. That'd be me, the dick. What's the name of the movie that we're looking
I think
up?
Fast 9.
Fast 9 release date. There we go. And it says Chris's face.
Oh.
The 25th.
Okay,
so it's close. It's close. So you got 2 weeks to catch up on all of them.
So In the Heights, and we'll talk about the other one.
Why are we going to talk about the other ones? Do it right now. Why not? This is people get to hear this for the first time. Us arguing over what movies we're going to watch. So what's the one that's coming out next week?
In the Heights is already out on HBO Max.
Right. What does AMC say? What do we got?
You did check it out.
Like, let's just be honest. We use AMC. Again, they're not our sponsors.
I really feel like if they should put faces in that Eats Doubles thing, like when they advertise it.
Definitely.
These two guys use it.
All right, so we are on June 13th. So it's whatever movie came out this past weekend, actually, probably because. So In the Heights, Peter Rabbit 2.
Dude, you're not gonna make me see that, right?
Peter Rabbit 2 looks great, bro. Look at that. To Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit is a bullshit movie.
We've seen most of these movies.
Yeah, we've seen most. Okay, because guess what? We literally are going to have to do this outside of this because unless I can, we're going to have to go through like, what's Netflix streaming? What's Hulu streaming?
Netflix had some stuff too.
Netflix had your face. And it was great. Like, why do you got to be an asshole?
I'm not being an asshole.
You're being an asshole.
I'm not being an asshole, bro.
Don't be a dick. Stop being a dick. What day is this?
Today's 13th.
So that means we're looking for movies on the 14th, the 13th, and the 11th, and I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out. All right, cool.
Visit online is doing suck not and Visit online is doing suck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesonsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We are also on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesonsuck. We have Bonfire. Go on Bonfire, type in Movies Don't Suck Something New. You'll find shirts with our faces and name on it. And other stuff Neil's done. You can email us old-fashioned moviesdon'tsuck at gmail. moviesdon'tsuck@gmail.com. And we're on all streaming platforms. Dude, what do we do for small businesses?
Oh, yeah. If you got a small business, let us know. If you see us, if you see our T-shirts, if you see us in person, whatever, say, hey, I want to be on your podcast. Or email us, message us, say, hey, we need some advertisement because it's summertime. All these motherfuckers are coming back out, and we want them to come in our doors. But because that is the final or the first time in over a year and a half
it's good, dude. Feels
of
good.
doing a live podcast in the same room with Chris and Neil for the first time. So let's hit that theme music so we can get drunk. That's another episode of Movies That Have Sunk and Some That Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, anytime you stay the night with your friends, remember, watching them sleep naked is always a justifiable one. Ain't that right, Chris? Have a good night.